students, very good morning. So your storytelling narrator Payal here is back with the second part of Lord Krishna and his stories. So I really hope that you all kids enjoyed the first part and have learned a lot of moral and ethical values, right, my dear students? So let me take you to the second part, okay? So let's cover the eighth part of the story. Okay, can we start? Now, the eighth part of the story is Krishna and Khalia. Every day, Krishna would take his cows to graze by the river. Suddenly, cows started dying after drinking from the river. With his divine power, Lord Krishna realized that the 10-headed serpent Khalia was poisoning the water with his venom. He confronted Khalia and asked him to stop, but the stubborn serpent refused. Lord Krishna dived into the river and emerged dancing on Khalia's head. By then, all the villagers had gathered and were anxious for Lord Krishna. Slowly, the Lord became heavier and heavier until the servant couldn't bear his weight at all any longer. So Kalia's wife begged Lord Krishna to stop, and then they left the river never to return. So my dear students, what the moral we imbibe from the particular story is peace is better than war. Never indulge in war. Always try to settle with peace, okay? Now let me take you to the ninth part of the story, which is Krishna and Aristasura. One day, a massive bull came to Vrindavan and started attacking the villagers. Nobody knew where it had come from. Everybody started running helter-skelter to save their lives. They went to Lord Krishna for help. When Lord Krishna faced the bull, he realized that it was possessed by a demon called Aristasura. Lord Krishna managed to tackle the bull and pierce its horn. Finally, the demon left the bull's body and bowed to the Lord. He said that he was a disciple of Lord Brihaspati and had been cursed to become a bull as he had disrespected his teacher. So, I am sure that you all have understood the moral. It is always respect your teacher. Take blessings from your teacher and treat them with utmost respect, okay? Because they are the one who is imparting you all with education. Now let me take you to the tenth part of the story with Lord Krishna and Kashi. After Lord Krishna had defeated the demon Aristasura, the celestial sage now informed Kans that Lord Krishna was very much alive and would kill him. Fuming with rage, Kans summoned the demon Kashi and commanded him to kill the Lord. Kashi assumed the form of a fearful horse and started terrorizing the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Lord Krishna understood that the demon was challenging him to a fight, so he confronted the horse. On seeing the young lad, the horse charged at him. Lord Krishna, however, caught one of the horse's leg and threw it at 100 yards away. So when Kashi regained consciousness, he charged at Lord Krishna with his mouth open. So the Lord pushed his left arm into the horse's mouth, making his teeth fall out. Then inflating his arm, he killed it. That was the end of Kashi. So, what is the moral? The moral of the story is face your fears. Never get scared of it. Just whatever fears you are going to have in front of you, face with a lot of challenge and face it acceptedly, okay, wholeheartedly. Don't be scared. Okay, where there is a will, there is a way. Now let me take you to the 11th part, which is Lord Krishna and Lord Brahma. Once Lord Brahma decided to test Lord Krishna's power, so he hid all the children and cows of Vrindavan in Brahman mode. Lord Krishna was unhappy with Lord Brahma's doing and decided to teach him a lesson. So he assumed the form of all his friends and cows and went to their house. Nobody could even tell the difference. So when Lord Brahma decided to check the situation in Vrindavan, he was shocked to see all the children and cows. So Lord Brahma immediately realized his mistake and asked Lord Krishna for forgiveness. So as you sow, so shall you reap. As the whatever kind of deeds you kids are doing, you will be getting the fruits of it. So always do good things to others, and the goodness will definitely come back to you. Okay. Now let me take you to the 12th part, which is Lord Krishna and Lord Govardhan. It was a ritual among the inhabitants of Vrindavan to worship Lord Indra, the god of rain. Once, when preparations were in full swing, Lord Krishna suggested that the villagers should rather worship the Govardhan hill. They ascended and started worshipping the hill. This made Lord Indra very angry, and he let his rain cloud loose over the village. It poured cats and dogs for days and end, and everybody sought Lord Krishna's help. Unable to see his devotees in plight, Lord lifted the Govardhan with his little finger. He asked the villagers to take shelter under the hill and stood it in that position for 7 nights. Lord Indra realized his mistake and apologized to Lord Krishna. So, what is the moral that we learn from this particular part of the story is that always help someone in need if you can. Please be helpful. If people are asking for some help, try to help them. And definitely you all kids will get blessings. Okay, my dear students. Now let me take you to the 13th part of the story with this plot, Krishna and Aristasura. Once Lord Krishna and his friends set out on a picnic to the nearby forest. While they were enjoying, Arisura, who was the brother of Putana, appeared at that spot. He had been sent by Kans to kill Lord Krishna. The demon assumed the form of a python and made himself as long as a cave and as big as a mountain. Then he lay in wait. The cowherd boys, enticed by the beauty of the cave, entered it. Lord Krishna knew that it was Agasura and tried to warn his friends, but they were in no mood to listen. The demon had plans of closing his mouth. Once Lord Krishna had entered his mouth. To save his friends, Lord Krishna entered the cave and expanded himself. This suffocated the demon and led to his death. So, what is the moral? The moral is good advice will stand you in good stead. Okay, so good advice will definitely help you. Now let me take you to the 14th part of the story, which is Lord Krishna kills Kans. Kans had been trying to kill Lord Krishna, but in vain. So he hatched another plan. With his servant Akura, he sent a message inviting Lord Krishna and Lord Balram to the wrestling match at Mathura. Both of them agreed to attend the event. Once Sir Kans pitted the brothers against two of his strongest wrestlers. So Lord Krishna and Lord Balram accepted the challenge and easily defeated their opponents. So Kans lost his temper and ordered his soldiers to kill the boys. Hearing this, Lord Krishna jumped into the stands, knocked Kans' crown off his head, and dragged him by the hair to the wrestling ring. Desperate to prove his might, the Asura challenged Lord Krishna to a wrestling bout. With one blow of Lord Krishna, Kans fell dead. The Lord set his birth parents Devaki and Vasudeva free and placed Ugrasena back on the throne. So, my dear students, what is the moral of the story? Truth and goodness always win at the end. If you are truth, definitely you will win the battle, okay? And goodness will definitely let you achieve the success of planet, okay? So truth will always prevail, okay? Now let me take you to the 15th part of Lord Krishna's miraculous escapes. When Lord Krishna was a little infant, Yashoda Ma had taken him to a village fair. After everyone was done with their lunch, Yashoda Ma left Krishna to sleep underneath a bullock cart. After some time, Lord Krishna woke up to the sound of music. He saw that all the villagers were dancing, so he started dancing to the beat. Lord Krishna then accidentally bumped against the bullock cart wheel, which led to the cart crashing to the ground. People rushed towards the cart, expecting the little boy to be in a bad condition. Surprisingly, they found him still happily dancing to the tunes. Though this incident one of the first that prove Lord Krishna's heavenly powers, it was believed that it was a miracle that the little boy was left untouched by the crash. So we again get a model that miracles do happen. Have faith in God and miracles will definitely happen. So my dear kids, it's a good way to teach you all kids Lord Krishna's story and the moral values. Okay. So I just believe that it was really interesting and you all young minds have instilled a lot of morals and values in your life. So my dear kids, till then just enjoy, take care of your parents, respect your parents, and definitely do good things. Till then, this is your storytelling narrator, Payal here, signing off. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.